talk about things I love. So
the rest of this episode is going to be rough.
It's gonna be interesting. We're gonna tell you that. Okay, so we're gonna pull into the trailer park really quick. I can tell you where we're gonna start. HBO is still trying to sell me a bill of goods called Lanterns, and I keep on looking at it, and my overwhelming feeling is, what the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we doing, Todd? What is this plan? Is there a plan? Why is it this? Do you know the rules? There are rules. Like we were just talking about with Watchmen. There are rules to these things, okay? And last I checked, I'm not like fully read up on all Green Lantern lore. I'm not a savant at this. I'm kind of a newbie in a lot of ways, but I've seen a lot. I've never seen John go to Hal and be like, give me the ring, and Hal be like, earn it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's your call, Hal. Last I checked, it wasn't your call who gets to be a Green Lantern.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's way above your pay grade. And also, why would you be training anyone? And why in Texas? And why on Earth in general? Like, what is happening here?
This trailer, well, obviously, it did nothing for either of us.
No.
But I'm so confused on who the showrunner is for this. Because it's like, this does not give me James Gunn vibes.
No.
This gives me Zack Snyder vibes. So I was like...
And not good Zack Snyder
No,
vibes.
but like the actual shitty DC Zack Snyder. I'm like, I'm so confused on what the fuck this show is. Like, you already introduced Green Lantern in the fucking Superman movie, and now you're doing this Lantern show with two guys, one who is a Green Lantern, one who wants to be a Green Lantern. In the comics, they're Green Lanterns at different times, and I'm so, like, fucking...
Well, and, like, you get into, like, the whole, like, okay, so... I can't even get stuck on why is there one ring. They would each have their own ring. Why would there only be one ring?
Yeah.
This doesn't make any sense. Let's try and not get stuck on that. Is he infected with parallax? Like, we see a yellow thing being shot into John at one point. Is there a parallax agent in this at some point? Is that what's going on? Is it Parallax Hal, and that's why he's trying to gatekeep being a Green Lantern? Which I cannot stress enough. Not his job. And also, he has this whole line in the trailer where he's like, there's a time and a place to use the ring. I'm like, no! There's not!
You just fucking use it.
It's a job, man.
Yes.
It's a duty. It's an honor. It's you are being given a responsibility to do this.
You are a galactic police officer. Period. End of story.
You are not a college student with a credit card.
Yeah.
You know, like, you act like this is like, but this is only for emergencies. No, it's not. It is for saving the day, for helping people, for doing genuine good.
Yes.
It is not for, I better wait until just the right time, but I'm also going to use it to make money to put in a jukebox? That's not the way jukeboxes or constructs work. What are we doing? What is happening?
That was the cringiest. That was the only part that I'm like, okay, this is James Gunn humor. Because that was so fucking cringe.
Oh my God.
And I could just hear people going, it's like, no, dude, that's fucking dumb.
The whole of it just sucks, man. Like, I look at every part of it, and the parts that I recognize I don't understand, and everything else about it makes me angry. I'm just like, so I cannot get over. I absolutely cannot get over the idea of doing an entire Green Lantern show where you're introducing and training a Green Lantern that all takes place on Earth.
Yeah.
That's fucking asinine! That's the dumbest shit you could possibly do! You are once again doing what Homecoming did and saying, hey, I'm bored with flying. I'm bored with superhero stuff, so I'm going to do the superhero movie, but he's not going to do the one superhero thing we're used to him doing.
Yeah.
Which is, being a fucking superhero.
Yeah.
Spider-Man uses his webs. That's like his main thing. He doesn't even need powers to use webs. It's beyond the scope of his powers. It's just a thing that he invented. Superman flies. If you don't have Superman flying in your movie, I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Green Lantern does all this and more. Like, he has his constructs, and he flies, and he goes to space, and he takes care of aliens, and he resolves conflict, and he deals with outworldly issues beyond any scope of Texas.
Yeah.
And he certainly doesn't have to answer to the police. What are we doing?
This reminds me of that Kevin Smith thing he did years ago where he was talking to a crowd and they asked him about Superman Lives. And he talked about meeting with John Peters, the producer, John Peters, saying, I don't want to see him in the suit and I don't want him to fly. And it's like...
Then you don't want a Superman
Then you don't
movie.
want fucking... And it's like, this is exactly what you're saying with this. It's like, this. What the fuck is this?
Then why are you making it? Then don't make it. Then
Yes.
make something else. Then make a cop drama that has some weird alien thing in the background and people will applaud you. Oh, it's like Lost. Oh my God, it's so great. And you don't have to do all the Green Lantern stuff you don't want to do because it won't be Green Lantern.
Yeah. And like what you and I have been preaching, don't do Green Lantern, because once again, not to say this too many times, you already introduced Green Lantern in the Superman movie, a different one than what's in this fucking movie. Do Nightwing.
Yes.
Do a side Batman hero character.
There's a million of them.
Oh,
you
my
could do
God.
Batwoman, you could do Nightwing, you could do Cassandra Cain, Batgirls, but you could do Orphan. Like, there's so many of these Bat children hanging around at this point that you could do any number of them. I mean,
Yeah.
there's, like, you could do a kick-ass Jason Todd series where
fuck
it
yeah.
starts, it's under the Red Hood, but without Batman. And it's just him trying to figure stuff out. And maybe you introduce Batman later on, and maybe you don't. But, like, just the idea of him going to another city and being like, I'm going to be Batman here, but I'm going to do it different. And then also piecing together, maybe he doesn't remember everything because the Lazarus Pit really fucks you up. And he's piecing everything together, and he doesn't remember everything. Like, you could do some crazy cool shit if you wanted to. But instead, you're doing this. And it's just like, listen, if you wanted to do a procedural thing where it's not in space and it's not high special effects and you just have to have like one wire truck and one costume and like a $250,000 budget for the VFX afterwards, then don't do Green Lantern because you can't do it. Because you just can't do it. The suit looks terrible. The effects look bad. The constructs look bad. The trailer looks bad. Everything about this is so frustrating to me. I don't get anything here. I'm not interested in anything here. I don't want to watch anything here.
Yeah.
All of this is bad. None of this is good.
Dog shit. I'm not looking. It's let me just say it this way. This does not make me want to get HBO Max just to watch this.
No. To answer our earlier question, the showrunner of this is a guy named Chris Mundy who did Ozark and True Detective and Criminal Minds. He was a producer on all of these. It looks like he just is an HBO guy.
And like that's the thing is all of those are solid shows, but just like once again, this is the question that needs to be asked constantly. What is his experience with superheroes, comic books, stuff like that?
None. From what I'm seeing, none. And it doesn't look like he was the showrunner on a lot of these. I guess he was the showrunner for Ozarks. Other things he was just the executive producer on.
Which Ozark's great show. I enjoyed it, but
Not Green Lantern.
it's not Lantern.
It's not Green Lantern.
No.
I don't know how you would confuse the two. I think they're distinct and different in a lot of ways.
So fucking stupid.
So going on to other things that I find terribly frustrating, there's a new Spider-Noir trailer out, which is to say nothing new.
No.
There is no
It did
new
nothing
information. It looks even worse somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but it looks worse. And all of this, I'm just like, what is happening? Why is this a thing? You know how we were trying to figure out who the villains were in this?
Yeah.
They kind of give a little bit more backstory on this trailer of the villains and what's going on with them. They're in the comic book. They're like, there's a circus freak element to it, but it's not like supernatural necessarily. It's kind of more, it's closer to Killer Croc than it
like
is.
mutations.
Yeah. Here, it seems like it's some kind of mystical mumbo-jumbo weirdness going on. But I think what I'm most frustrated by is that the things that I thought we had in tow, that I was like, okay, I know what that is. No. No. So, we see in the trailer, Sandman is excessively in this trailer. Okay. And Flint Marko is once again not a bad guy, not a good guy. Okay, we've seen this before. Flint Marko's an Avenger. I mean, like, we know this.
Yeah.
Anybody who knows anything knows this, except, I guess, the children who are just tuning in for the first time. Look it up, kids.
Which
Sandman
the
was an
show's
Avenger.
not for fucking children.
No.
So, like, that blows my mind.
I think there's still Molten Man. And then we get into the other guy, the electrical guy. What's the electrical guy's name? Electro. No! Not Electro. Instead, it's a different guy named Megawatt. And I wish I was kidding. So you have an Electro guy with Electro's powers.
You call him Mega.
But it's not Electro. It's not Max Dillon.
Oh, my head hurts.
It's not any version of Electro. It's an entirely different guy. And then you have the guy with the weird face, where it looks like his face is like all like hardened and everything. I have a feeling that's Tombstone.
Yeah, holy shit.
That's not Tombstone.
It isn't?
No, I'm saying it is.
Oh, I think it, no.
But it shouldn't be.
No.
What I'm saying is that it shouldn't be. Tombstone, for anybody who doesn't know, has pale skin and is an albino and is massive and doesn't need to breathe and is super strong and has practically unbreakable skin.
I always thought he reminded me of like Solomon Grundy in the DC universe.
In a way.
Just appearance-wise.
A living Solomon Grundy.
Exactly.
Yeah. But like this doesn't look anything like Tombstone. This is not Lonnie Lincoln.
Look like.
And that's what I'm so frustrated by. It's like, why are we doing this? Then what's the point of this? And this trailer is like, oh, he used to be a superhero when he was younger. And it's like, then why don't we do that? How about we do that? How about we do that one instead? So anyway, I probably won't watch this because it's going to make me so mad.
No.
It's going to make me throw up every time I try and watch it. There have been a few other ones, but nothing impressive. The Evil Dead Burn trailer that we both watched in the theater.
Yeah,
it didn't blow me away. It finally gave us more understanding, but I'm not interested because you already did the whole a family eats itself story. I don't need to see it now in a cabin. I'm good.
And once again, I started watching Ash vs. Evil Dead, the TV show again, which I love. And in watching that, the thing that I don't like about these new interpretations of Evil Dead is part of it is it's got to be super bloody, but it has to be tongue-in-cheek.
It has to be funny.
And look cheap.
Yeah.
And it's like, it can't be this slick, stylized, and like horror. No, it's got to be goofy.
Like super gory horror, no tongue, no cheek, no nothing. Just gore. Yeah. Just gore and horror.
And that's not Evil Dead.
And it's not appealing. It's not interesting to me at all. It's just, are the movies good? I guess. Depends on what you're looking for. I don't know. And so, I don't know.
Just call it something else.
Yeah. Really quickly, I forgot that we were going to talk about this, but we, outside of the show, have talked a lot about the Odyssey. But we haven't talked about it on the show.
Yeah.
I just want to do a quick rundown of our thoughts, which is to say, I don't come down on the same side as a lot of the haters on the internet.
No.
But my reaction is still woofa doofa. I think two things can be true at once. I can still say woof and not be the idiots that are like defaming Elliot Page over any possible role they may have.
It's like if the same people that and of all of the changes I've already discussed with you, the Elliot Page one's the only one. If it is
even if it is true, which we don't know,
if it is true that Elliot Page is playing Achilles, I had that. I said the same discussion. The same issue you had with Adam Warlock in Guardians of the Galaxy, where it's like Achilles is this perfect, like male, masculine Adonis, and I completely support Elliot Page, but that's not what Elliot Page.
You're just not.
Elliot Page will never fit that role.
You're just not tall enough.
You're not tall enough. You're not. It's like we saw the epitome of what it could look like on screen with Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
In his prime. And it's like, that is what Achilles, when you read the stories, that's what you envision.
Yeah.
I don't even care about that, to be honest with you. The thing I care about, and the thing that none of these douchebags are talking about, is they're using English and modern vernacular in the fucking telling of this while they're dressed in like sword and sorcery. They're like, let's get him, guys! Dad's coming! And you're like, what the fuck are you saying?
That was the thing, was when Tom Holland when Spider-Man turned to Batman and said, my dad's coming home, I was like, oh, this might fucking suck.
No,
this might fucking suck. Everybody get ready, this might be really bad.
This could be as visually stunning as any movie ever made. If that is what the writing is in this, it will be a pile of dog shit.
It's going to be bad. It's going to be really bad.
There is a reason why all of the older movies, they use British-speaking people because it just sounds more intelligent. It sounds old school. It sounds a little bit better. They try to use the vernacular from the day, try to use older terminology. It's like when movies are trying to tell a story from the past, and the same thing, now I mind you, this is a fictional thing, but Willow, the TV show, they're trying to tell like a sword and sorcery story, but then they put modern music in it. It's like, dumb fucking work, dude.
Yeah.
Same with modern terminology. That doesn't work because, honestly, modern American English is fucking dog shit.
Well, it's the same as when I hear in a movie that takes place in the 2000s that's made recently them talk about selfie. That wasn't a thing, guys.
Yeah.
We didn't have selfies before
No.
2008. That wasn't a thing. It just wasn't. It just wasn't a thing. I remember when selfie sticks were invented and everyone hated them.
Yeah.
Everyone hated them. And then
Yep.
we began to begrudgingly use them because there was an actual purpose to them. But we all hated them. Like new Facebook. Like new Coke before it. And any anachronism threatens the line, right? You can have anachronism. I'm looking at you, Princess Bride. I have no problem with the anachronisms in Princess Bride. People don't need to speak in some kind of Shakespearean fashion for me to get into that story, and it's okay for all of the various kind of things and Miracle Max and all these other iterations and anachronisms to come into that story. I'm fine. You do have to know that at some point you cross the Shrek Dixon line, the Mason Shrection line. Of like, you are Shrek. It is Shrek now. It is a fantasy story that's all anachronisms and references and modern storytelling and modern people with modern problems.
Yep.
And the whole thing with the Odyssey is kind of the timeless nature of it.
Yeah.
So my concern is that you've modernized it in a way that tries to keep it timeless but doesn't have any of the timeless aspects of it. So that's potentially not great.
Yeah.
The costumes I find hilarious. Like, it's not that I have a problem with the costumes because it's not, again, because it's anachronistic. It's because they're hilariously terrible. Whether it's Robert Pattinson in his leather jacket,
Dude,
or
I forgot about
the fucking
jacket.
the fucking Scrugs that they're fighting in full plate mail. Like, any number of other things that we see in this trailer where you're just like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
What the
I don't
fuck is
get
that?
it.
Why is that a thing? Who said that could be a thing? I don't remember saying that was a thing. Like, people got butthurt over Agamemnon's helmet. That looks like a joke compared to what we have in front of us. Like, this looks more like a fiasco than anything else I've seen trailers for this year.
Yeah. And, like, the part that frustrates me the most is right now there's such a focus on just the, changing of skin tones. Let's just put it in the nicest
way.
Because I hate using the race term because the human race is one race. So it's just different skin tones. Changing skin tones, like Lupita Nyong'o as Helena Troy, everyone was freaking out about that. It's like, but the part that they will give them credence is if the writing is bad. Because like I think about when we went to Christmas Carol, this past year at Jiva Theater, they had Ebenezer Scrooge, old white guy, fine. When he goes back and he's with the Ghost of Christmas Past, and they're looking at Fezziwigs. They got the actor to play Ebenezer Scrooge was a young African American man. Okay. But it worked because the dialogue, the tone, everything worked.
You bought it.
So you bought it because the writing and the words were there.
Yeah.
The vernacular, the speaking. Everything was there.
The performance ties it together.
Everything, exactly. Yeah. And so you're like, okay, I can buy it because he's seeing a vision of the past. The vision doesn't have to be, exactly one-to-one of what he is. So, like, to me, I think the problem with them trying to do all of this is it's like, okay, you're switching out different sexes, skin tones, whatever. If you have good, solid writing, great dialogue, great acting, there's no excuse why people don't like it then.
Yeah.
But if you have it as this sounds like a bunch of fucking idiots down on the corner talking, then that's going to give credence to people for the wrong reasons. Yeah. And that's what drives me nuts because it's like, I get what you're trying to do and I am on board with it, but don't fuck up the actual story.
You still have to make a good movie, though.
Exactly.
And if you make a bad movie, then it reflects badly on everybody.
Exactly. And then you allow the haters, you give them fucking fuel for the fire. And it's like, that is kind of the same thing with The Acolyte. It's like,
yeah,
this is not what you do. If you want to get your message across, fine, get it. I completely agree with the inclusion, but fucking tell a good story, because if you don't, you're just gonna give everyone that fucking hates you for this the fucking fuel.
There are rules.
I said fuck a lot.
And you have to follow the rules, whether you want to or not. You have to follow the rules. Whether it's making it so that the characters don't sound like fucking jackasses and don't look like fucking jackasses, or whether it's you can't have someone's lightsaber change color because they're mad when a person literally murdered a room full of children and his lightsaber didn't change.
Yeah.
You can't do it. Those are the rules. Those are the rules, and I don't care what you think you're doing that's reinventing or renewing or doing anything. I don't care. Those are the rules. You gotta follow the rules.
If you want to tell your own story, be Quentin Tarantino.
Then do it, but
he
don't
tells
do it
his
here.
own fucking story,
Yeah.
does whatever the fuck he wants, but it's his own fucking unique story, and it has nothing to do with fucking up...
Classic literature.
I can't believe he said my dad is... I can't believe he fucking
My
said
dad's gonna kill
Every
you.
time I hear that line, I'm like, A, he should be speaking in a British accent, and B, why the fuck is he saying my dad? I get so mad.
The moment he said my dad, I was like, oh
Oh
no.
my god.
I don't like frog face on a good day, but this is bad. This is not good. This is bad.
I don't want to talk about this anymore because
Okay.
I'm already getting fucking worked up. We're about ready to talk about Daredevil, and it's going to make me even more fucking mad.
I know. Really quick, before we finish off, have you seen the trailer for Wildwood? Do you know what that is?
No.
Okay. We are going to pause the show.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you this trailer, and we'll talk about it.
Because hot damn.
All right, so we're back. We just watched the
back.
trailer for Wildwood. Okay. I am so excited about this. This might be the number one movie I am now looking forward to for the rest of the year.
It looks amazing.
Yes.
I'm blown away by the... You think a medium like clay animation couldn't... Like, it's been going on for...
Ages
now. That looks unbelievable. Like, that
Incredible.
almost looks fake.
You can't believe that's real.
I can't believe that's
can't
actually
believe that was
clay.
all handmade
Yeah.
in real life, that you could really touch it if you
Yeah.
had enough money and or attachments or connections.
Like, not long ago, we had talked about this on the show. I had shown the kids Kubo and the 3 strings, and now I'm looking at this and I'm like,
oh my god.
holy fuck. I thought they couldn't do better than
Yeah.
that, and now there's...
The shot, there's a moment at the beginning of the trailer of a woman on a bike with her younger brother in a wagon just going through these columns. And it's just like, this is incredible.
It's fucking nuts.
This is unreal. And then you watch the rest of the trailer and you're just like, oh my god.
To me, it was the lighting.
Yeah.
Especially like the old lady when she clicks
Yeah.
her fingers and the lights go out and you just see her eyes. They fucking did an amazing job with the lighting.
incredible.
That looks incredible.
It's incredible.
It looks very... Like, I think I would probably watch this before my kids.
I was about to say,
dark as
this
fuck.
needs to get cleared before we find out if it's okay for children to watch.
This is like a 70s Disney movie
Yeah.
where you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
is like Labyrinth, but dark.
Yeah.
And Labyrinth was already like weird and messed up in a lot of ways. I'm looking at you, non-cod
Well,
piece.
honestly, this is like Coraline, but darker.
Yeah.
Which
you're like, how is that possible? How can it be darker? No, I'm so excited for this.
That looks awesome.
This looks absolutely incredible. Again, I feel like this is something that I've been talking about with people recently, but it makes you believe magic is real.
Yeah. And it's one of those movies that we will absolutely adore it.
And no one will watch it.
It'll be out for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then it'll be on digital.
Yeah.
And it's fucking a shame because the artistry in this.
Laika is one of those studios that is like, when I find a YouTuber I like, I'm like, let me give you some money, right? Because like not every YouTuber makes a ton on AdSense. Some people actually do need some kind of Patreon to help keep them afloat. I was like, maybe I can find a way to support Laika. And then Kelly's like, don't even fuss. The dude is like one of the biggest Nepo babies of all time.
Oh, really?
The guy who owns it.
He's got legacy Nike money.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
dude's
okay.
got money in the scads of
Well,
cash.
you know what? It's good he's putting it to good use.
This is my
Unlike
thing.
other
At
people.
least you're doing something incredible with it. You're giving it to artists to make something absolutely outstanding, and I could not appreciate that more.
Oh, it's so fucking awesome.
So I'm pumped for this.
Yeah,
This looks
that
great.
looks awesome. That looks really good.